The story for Batman, Knightfall, Volume 3, Knightsend, is How the Mighty Have Fallen. An epic battle with Bane left Gotham's defender, Batman, unable to maintain his vigilante mantle. Deputized as an interim Batman, Jean-Paul Valley, aka Azrael, has unfortunately taken his appointed role too far. Increasingly disturbed, Valley has eschewed justice in favor of remorseless vengeance, violently eliminating villains, much to Bruce Wayne's dismay. Bruce knows he must reclaim his title, but the fight won't be easy. His broken back is miraculously repaired thanks to Dr. Chandra Kingsloving, and his fighting skills are revitalized with the help of martial arts grandmaster Lady Shiva. Bruce is ready for an ultimate showdown in a war zone of creeps and criminals. He and his faithful Robin battle on, taking down Two-Face and the Croc, but always keeping their eye on Azrael. Finally, it is in the Batcave where they meet to see who shall become victorious. Will the rightful Batman be restored? Find out in this epic conclusion. Batman Knightfall Volume 3, collecting Batman 509 to 510, 512 to 514, Batman Shadow of the Bat 29 to 30, 32 to 34, Detective Comics 676 to 677, 679 to 681, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 62 to 63, Robin 8 to 9, 11 to 13, and Catwoman 12 to 13. Bruce retaining himself is a good story in of itself, for since he is being trained by an enemy and he has to struggle to not cross the line and kill, he also questions his abilities as he gets closer and closer to what he was before. The climax of this is this fight between Bruce and a ninja in the middle of a fucking freeway. It is just amazing. It's like there's a lot of close calls, fighting on the road, dodging vehicles, jumping onto vehicles, fighting on vehicles. It is just so fucking intense, and the artwork is just beautiful. Next comes Bruce taking the mantle back from Azrael with an epic fight between Batman and Azrael all over Gotham City, being carried from roof to rooftop on top of a chopper, everything. Then there's a mirrored fight in the Batcave, reminiscent when Bane fought Batman in there. However, Batman ended the fight differently, that caused Jean-Paul Valley to see the light and the errors of his brainwashing from the Order of St. Thomas. Thus, Jean-Paul Valley leaves. Afterwards, Bruce has Dick Grayson take over as Batman. Both Tim and Dick partner up to clean the city. The final story plot is very interesting to read, and we see both Dick's and Tim's fears and insecurities, with Dick being Batman and living up to the legend. Two-Face was a great adversary for these two heroes, and this caused Dick to confront his past failures with Two-Face, which is mentioned throughout the story and other books, and redeem himself. Also, when Bruce comes back, Dick finally has the talk with Bruce that he never had about permanently taking over if something were to happen to Bruce, and asked why he wasn't chosen when Bane broke Bruce. This scene is important for these characters as Dick finally moves on from Bruce and out of his shadow in a more psychological way, and gets the answers that he needed in his life ever since he was in Batman's shadow and after. We also see how Bruce respects Dick and loves him, and Bruce's reasoning for picking Jean-Paul Valley, and why he didn't choose Dick out of fear because of the death of Jason Todd, and respect for Dick because Dick became a superhero in his own right, and he became his own man. And we see that Bruce considers Dick a son and wanted Dick to do his own thing and not come back. The only downfall to this ending for it just leaves you hanging. What changes Bruce has in store for him reclaiming the mantle, and what lurks in the shadow for the KGB beast is brought in the last storyline, but we don't see what he's planning. It just the storyline starts and then ends. So this book ties up loose ends to the Knightfall storyline, but opens up further storylines that we just can't see yet. Overall, this book is great. The side plot with Catwoman is fun to read and is a nice distraction. The artwork is beautiful, the action scenes are epic, and everything is just framed just right. And the little cherry on top is the character development. I give this book 3 stars out of 5. All 3 Knightfall graphic novels are worth the read and are an important part of Batman's history. From this spawned the Azrael comics, Bane being introduced into the Batman animated series, the films Batman and Robin and The Dark Knight Rises, and taking bits of the storyline for those adaptations. And this story just goes to show that even Batman makes mistakes and misjudges characters. Thank you and good night. Although before I go, I do just want to admit one thing. Yes, these 3 volumes are fucking huge. Bigger than some of the other Batman ones that I've read. And also, although I haven't read No Man's Land yet, I heard that one's pretty thick. But the original ones with Knightfall that I read were like, each book was like this thick. It's like barely even a third or half of it. It was just so thin, it just told the main storyline. These 3 volumes tell the main storyline, the subplots, everything. So you get the full story. So these big ones are worth it. And especially since those small ones I talked about didn't have Knight's Quest, which is volume 2 of these big ones. So yes, you do. Like I said, you get the full story, but you get to see Azrael dealing with his internal struggle with being brainwashed and deciding what to do. His creation of the Azrael costume, just all these different things. So you get the full, like I said, you get the full story. So if you do want to read Knightfall, get these big ass volumes. All right. So thanks again for watching, and have a good night.